You come to this temple. The back side of that temple, going back way back there in that section, is where the Basilica Church, Byzantine Church, was formed. They didn't repurpose the temple sites here in this city, and they made everything nearby. On this big temple here, Turkey, they actually honor these temples and make them their center of their history and tourism. And so very beautiful how they reconstructed some of the areas and how big they were. Behind us you'll see different material, and this material is the church, which is facing eastward. Let's come up here. You can see some cross capitals right there, and you have the apse right in the middle there. Actually, it's kind of circular, facing towards the east, by the same direction as Hagia Sophia. Normally on the right side you have a entryway. Maybe back on that section is where the ministers stored their stuff. Often on the north side, which would be this side, is where the communion and things like that were offered. Sometimes in the middle you had a altar, in a sense a place for worship, reading scripture, and maybe we can see a pulpit here, but I don't see it at this point. So, section outside of the church, just north side, is where a lot of the Byzantine residence the church area was. So they're restoring this a little bit. You can see over here, actually in this section, you'll see a cross there. You have some cross capitals in this section. Hopefully they open this up. But this section should be the whole Christian area located next to the big temple here. Next to, you can see the side, the southern side of the church, and in this graveyard of broken monuments, you can actually see the cross right there. You can see some of the iconic, I think they call it. They have some of this open up. Even on this side, you can see 3 entryway. This is the main part of the church, like where the main worship was in this location. So there I can't see, I'm putting it up above. Actually, you can see up there, you can see the apse circular there, and the chair, marble chair, which often is seen in like Ravenna in some of the Byzantine churches, and the seating area around. So they're restoring this a little bit, showing what's going on. And in the back, you have a small apse. Probably the church later on in the 8th to 10th century got smaller, and they made a smaller area. You can see many different designs inside the church here. And different structures on this side. Come into the apse here. See their seating there. Different things here inside this part here with the seeing the structure here, you can follow into here and see the back side, or at least the east side of the church. There's 2 buildings on the southern side. See the structure up there and how it was formed at one point. Could have been a mosaic in the days past. A little niche there in the 4 corners. Different niches. This is the back side, or at least the east side of the church. And you find these massive number of marble stones, spoila they call it, things that are left over, and you can show how great these, how pretty these buildings were in the past. So it's right next to this outdoor area. There's different pillars. Get in the back side of this building, getting through, looking through, seeing that. Many pillars down this walkway, old former walkway. And then you can see how this side has the east side kind of rounded around, or at least squared off to face east. And again, many more structures of that time period, 5th, 6th century most likely, probably early 5th century, and some of the spoila that remain all around here, somehow related to the church. And here is the other side of that video that we took from the other side. On the north side, where I mentioned the residence, probably like a monastery type place, you'll see a lot of the ruins. You can see it actually from the street, at least at this point. See many capitals. In my other video I showed there's crosses there on some of those capitals. And just seeing how that area, some of the understructure, they'll have glass up on top here. You can walk along and see, probably a restaurant eventually. And yeah, fascinating site to visit, C-Day, and see where Christians worshiped back in the day.